All rise. The Honorable P. Scott Neville, Jr., Justice of the Illinois Supreme Court, is here for the purpose of investiture of Judge Rena Van Tine. Oyez, 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 the ceremony is now convened.
Good afternoon, and please be seated. As the Marshal indicated, we're here for the investiture of Judge Rena Marie Van Tine. We will first hear from our Mistress of Ceremonies, Kristen Marie Van Tine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my mom, Judge Rena Marie Van Tine's investiture ceremony. We are excited so many of you can join us for this special event, especially those of you hosting socially distanced gatherings from the comfort of your homes and offices during these unprecedented times. Growing up, I have watched my mom spend late nights poring over law books. She has fought tirelessly for equality and justice inside and outside of the courtroom. The good that she has bestowed on our community, from protecting children from abuse to fighting for minority representation in positions of power, has motivated me to follow in her footsteps and pursue my own legal career, although I doubt I could ever live up to her legacy. The circuit court is more than lucky, not only to have the best mom, but the best person I have ever had the privilege of knowing join its ranks. As you know, my mom will be sworn in here at the Illinois Supreme Court in Chicago. The Chicago Asian Network is live streaming this event, and this is going to allow our virtual viewers to view it alongside with us. The live stream will run the titles of each speaker across the bottom of your screen online. Even though this courtroom is spacious, due to COVID, we are limited to the number of people who can attend and speak in person. Thus, about half of the speakers have been pre-recorded, and the other half are here live. Because of the number of people speaking today, we have limited the time for each speaker. Even though this courtroom is, thank you to the Supreme Court, especially Justice Neville, for allowing Chicago Asian Network camera crew in the courtroom in these challenging times. While most of my mom's friends and family can't be here physically due to COVID, at least Justice Neville has made it possible for all of you to attend virtually. Without further ado, it's time to welcome our speakers, some of my mom's closest friends and colleagues.
I want to congratulate Judge Rena Van Tine for her appointment to the Circuit Court of Cook County. She has had a path-breaking career. Judge Van Tine has dedicated herself to public service, from her work in the Cook County State's Attorney's Office to her service in the Illinois State Comptroller's Office. And then in 2001, when she became the very first female Indian American state court judge in the nation. She's been an associate judge for the last 20 years, serving the people of Cook County. She's also given back to the community through her work for so many bar associations and legal education programs. This is a big day for Judge Van Tine, but no one makes it to this point alone. I want to thank her family, her friends, and everyone who helped her along the way. Judge, congratulations. It's a great honor and you deserve it. I wish you the very best.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am honored and excited to be sharing this momentous occasion with you all. First and foremost, congratulations to Honorable Judge Rena Van Tine on your appointment to the Circuit Court of Cook County. Your appointment means so much for so many of us in the AAPI community. Congratulations on being the first South Asian American woman in the nation to be appointed to the bench back in 2001. And now, congratulations again on your appointment to the Circuit Court of Cook County, where you continue to break the glass ceilings for AAPI women across the country. I'm delighted to hear of this achievement, and I'm hopeful to see a more diverse judicial bench that is representative of our great nation, and more specifically, Cook County itself. Thank you, Honorable Judge Rena Van Tine, and congratulations.
Hi, everybody. I'm Congressman Rogers Krishnamoorthi of the 8th District of Illinois. I just want to say a big congratulations to Judge Rena Van Tine, who's being promoted from being an associate judge to being a full circuit court judge. What an outstanding and richly deserved achievement. I've known Rena for, my goodness, more than a couple decades now, since we were 5 years old. No, I'm just kidding. Since we were both practicing lawyers in Chicago. And I am just so thrilled by her accomplishments, but I'm more impressed by her character, by her decency, and by her commitment to her family, her community, and of course her country. And so congratulations again to Rena and the entire family, and I can't wait to congratulate you in person, Judge Van Tine. Thank you so much for allowing me to address all of you, and God bless you.
Justice Scott NEVILLE, Rena Marie Van Tine, family and friends of this great judge, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here and to participate in this investiture of a great lady who will do a fantastic job as a circuit court judge. But I want to let you know that I've had a chance to work with her over the last 20 or something years, and I watched her develop all along the way. Of course, she was a great trial lawyer. Before then, she was an assistant state's attorney before then, and she represented as a chancellor and a counselor several state elected officials, and so she had a great reputation long before she became a judge. But once she became a judge, she came in to do a good job in first municipal and then on to child protection and now in the law division. But all that time she was establishing history. For example, she was the first female Indian American to become a judge in this country. And as important as that was, she was a protege of a very good friend by the name of Sandra Otaka, who had been installed as a judge about a year before she did. And Sandra Otaka and I agreed on three things. One, she loved Mayor Hale Washington as I did. And two, we both regretted the decision that the U.S. Supreme Court made in the Karamatsu case that dealt with the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II. But the third thing was that she had adopted in her own way SANJAY TAILOR, who is here today in person, and also a certain Rena Van Tine. She knew that they deserved to be great judges, and that once installed, not only would they perform well, but they would make certain that the path of opportunity for others from the same community, the Asian American community, would have an opportunity to walk through those doors and perform well. They have. So let me, Justice, say to you and your colleagues on the Supreme Court that you have made a marvelous decision in elevating this young lady from the position of associate judge to the full position of full circuit court judge, and she will be a role model for us all in that position. Thank you very, very much for giving me an opportunity to comment.
Hello, my name is Patricia Brown Holmes, and I'm here to say congratulations to my dear friend, Judge Rena Van Tine. Judge, as you move from the position of associate to full circuit judge of the Circuit Court of Cook County, you make us all proud. In 2001, when you became the first Indian American judge to take the bench, I believe in the United States. We were all very proud of you, and everyone was looking at you as a true role model. You were paving the way for others to come behind you, and you've done a magnificent job since then, with so many judges coming from Asian American Bar Associations, Indian American Bar Associations, Black and other minority bar associations, because they can look at you and know that if you can achieve, so can they, because you've paved the way. I'm so proud of you. I recall when you first became an associate judge and I was on the bench in juvenile court and you arrived. We rekindled our friendship and you were so compassionate and concerned and empathetic, and you wanted to do such a great job, and you did. So much so that you're now being appointed to the full circuit by Justice P. Scott Neville. What a wonderful, wonderful tribute to the job that you have done. I wish you well. I know that you're going to be great as a full circuit judge. And if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Thank you so much for being you, for being tenacious, for being kind and friendly and fair, and for always wanting to do the right thing. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. Justice Neville, Judge Van Tine, Judge Evans, fellow bar presidents, good afternoon. I want to thank the Illinois Supreme Court for its order of February 2nd, 2021, appointing Rena Marie Van Tine to Circuit Court Judge of Cook County. As the president of the Illinois Trial Lawyers Association, it's vitally important to our members and the clients that we serve that we have competent, capable, and judicious judges that reflect the communities that they are asked to sit in judgment of and whose cases they hear. It's vitally important that those judges have experience working up cases, have experience preparing witnesses, have experience presenting cases before trial. That's vitally important to the administration of justice. It's equally important that the judges that sit over the cases are diverse and reflect the constituents whose cases they are hearing, who are governing the juries that are deciding the cases. And the Illinois Supreme Court clearly recognized that when it decided to appoint Justice Van Tine, or Judge Van Tine. I'm probably predicting something that may come in the future at some point. I've had the pleasure of actually appearing before Judge Van Tine. She is well-read, she's well-prepared, she listens to both sides, and she rules all things that are vitally important to the fair and equitable administration of justice. So on February 2nd, 2021, when I read that order, I was elated to know that we would have yet another competent, capable, and well-read judge sitting as a circuit court judge. So Judge Van Tine, congratulations. I look forward to appearing before you again, and any lawyer from our association or any other association who has the pleasure to appear before you will know that they will get a fair trial and justice will be served. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kate Conway, and I am the president of the Women's Bar Association of Illinois. And on behalf of the WBAI, its leaders, and its board, I extend our sincerest congratulations and excitement over Judge Van Tine's well-deserved appointment to an at-large position on the Circuit Court of Cook County. As you may have heard, Judge Van Tine will be receiving the WBAI's Mary Heftel Hooten Award on March 5th. Now, the Hooten Award is given to members of our judiciary who have shown exceptional leadership, professionalism, and who have advanced women in the law. Judge Van Tine was a natural choice for this honor. She is well respected and sought out by litigators on both sides of the aisle, as I can personally attest to. She is a trailblazer, the first female Indian American judge in the nation to serve on a state court. And she has given back generously to the legal community through her service in the Asian American Judges Association of Illinois, the Illinois Judges Association, the South Asian Bar Association of Chicago, the Asian American Bar Association, and the list goes on. Congratulations, Judge Van Tine, on this most well-deserved appointment, and I thank you for all that you do to better our practice and to create opportunities for your fellow women in the law. I regret that I am not able to be there to celebrate you in person, but I look forward to your many celebration-worthy achievements to come. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, Justice Neville, Judge Rena Van Tine, Chief Judge Evans, and colleagues. It's truly an honor for me to be here to celebrate and congratulate my dear friend, Judge Rena Van Tine, in her investiture as the full circuit judge of Cook County. Justice Neville, thank you for your commitment to having a more diverse judiciary. You've heard that Judge Van Tine is the first South Asian woman appointed as a judge in 2001. She's an excellent judge, a fair judge, and a very well-respected jurist. You'll hear a lot of her involvement with other organizations. She's a board member of the Illinois Judges Association. She's vice president of the Asian American Judges Association, vice president of South Asian Bar Foundation, co-founder of South Asian Bar Association, and past president of Asian American Bar, to name a few. You'll hear of her other numerous awards and accolades. She was the recipient of the Asian American Bar Judge Sandra Otaka Leadership Award, the Chicago Bar Association Vanguard Award, and the awards keep going on. But what I'd like to give to you today is a personal and a different perspective of Judge Rena Van Tine. Judge Van Tine and I go back a long way. I met her when she was chair of the Cook County State's Attorney's Asian Advisory Council under Dick Devine. She ran a very tight and efficient meeting. She was always in time and always listened to her council members for their perspective. As chair, she built a bridge and a direct communication between the Asian community and the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. But I got to really know Judge Van Tine because we had a great mutual friend, as Judge Evans mentioned, the late Judge Sandra Otaka. She did such a phenomenal job, and Judge Sandra Otaka, for those who know her, was a real advocate for having a diverse judiciary. If Judge Otaka were here today, I know that she would be high-fiving Judge Rena Van Tine. In 2005, and this is my last story today, in 2005, I remember Judge Van Tine wrote a chapter in the ABA book, Dear Sisters, Dear Daughters, Words of Wisdom from Multicultural Attorneys who've been there and done that. That was a phenomenal book, and that was a great story under her chapter. It was a book that was published by the ABA Commission on Women and the Commission on Racial and Ethnic Diversity. Judge Van Tine told me that there's a second issue and that she was going to recommend my name to be one of the writers of that chapter. I didn't have time, so I didn't get the chance to write that chapter. But before the book was published, realizing that I didn't write a chapter, Judge Van Tine called me and said, you should really consider writing that chapter for the benefit of many minority and women lawyers out there who could learn from your story. So how do you say no to a judge? You don't. So I ended up writing that chapter. And I'm so glad that she pushed me, because 14 years later, my daughter is now a 3L at Chicago Can, is one of those lawyers who will be reading that book. I tell you these stories about Judge Van Tine because she is that person who will lift people up. She always finds the good in people. She pushes you to do your best. She's a great public servant. She's a great role model for many women and minority lawyers, and including her daughter, Kristen. But most of all, she's one of my dearest friends. So congratulations, Judge Van Tine. I'm so proud of you, and the Asian community is so proud of you.
I want to begin by thanking Judge Van Tine for giving me the opportunity to make a few remarks at her investiture. I'm very honored by this task. Now I'm going to ask all of you to go back in time to the late 1990s. At that time, Judge Van Tine was president of the Asian American Bar Association. Justice Neville was president of the Cook County Bar Association, and I was president-elect of the Illinois State Bar Association. During that time, I had the pleasure of working with both individuals in addressing interbar projects. And I knew at that time that they both would be very successful in our profession, and I was right. But while we're still back at that time, Judge Van Tine and Justice Neville also worked with the ISBA in forming and co-founding the Alliance of Bar Associations for Judicial Evaluations. It's an effort that resulted in giving ethnic and specialty bar associations much more influence in the judicial selection process in Cook County. That alliance is thriving today thanks to the imagination and hard work of its founders. Now back to the present. Recently, I was appointed to chair a task force by the Supreme Court on court operations during COVID-19. It was a daunting task, but I knew when I saw Judge Van Tine had been appointed as a member of that task force by the Supreme Court that our task was doable. We divided the task force into three major subcommittees: civil, criminal, and healthcare-related matters. Judge Van Tine co-chaired the civil subcommittee and looked at the possibility in this state of having remote jury selection in civil cases during the pandemic. For the first 2.5 months of our task force, Judge Van Tine's committee met weekly at 7:30 in the morning to discuss all aspects of this proposal. They issued a report and a proposed rule which the task force adopted unanimously. It was sent to the Supreme Court, which also adopted the rule without changing a word. Judge Van Tine's hard work and dedication to any task she is given is exemplary. Thank you, Judge, for your service to our state, our county, and our profession. I'm proud to call you my friend.
Justice Neville, Chief Judge Evans, Judge Van Tine. I am the president of the Illinois Judicial Council, and it is with great pleasure and pride that the Illinois Judicial Council congratulates and salutes Judge Rena Marie Van Tine on her appointment as Circuit Judge. Now, as you've heard, Judge Van Tine has many accolades, all well-deserved and hard-earned. She has many firsts to her credit, proving she is a fearless trailblazer. She has served in some of the toughest and more demanding judicial assignments, showing her smarts and her mettle. But to the Illinois Judicial Council, she is just Rena, a longtime member, loyal, kind, supportive, hardworking, even-tempered, fair, and caring, not just about the law, but also for the people that we serve. A true friend, indeed. What more can you ask for? Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Judge Mary Colleen Roberts, past president of the Alliance of Illinois Judges. Our organization wishes Judge Rena Van Tine a heartfelt congratulations on her investiture to the office of Circuit Court Judge. Congratulations, Rena. Our friendship has spanned many years, from our early days as assistant state's attorneys to our service as judges in the law division. Today is a day to be celebrated, and I'm so very proud of you. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, Justice Neville, Judge Van Tine, and Chief Judge Evans. It is such an honor to be here and witness in person Judge Van Tine's investiture. I am proud to be here representing the Asian American Judges Association of Illinois as president of an exceptional group of judges. We are so proud of you, Judge Van Tine. Even though there have been other associate judges who have been appointed full circuit before you, with your appointment, along with Judge Taylor's appointment a few weeks ago, our number of Asian American full circuits in Cook County has increased. The appointment of Judge Van Tine is another example of the Illinois Supreme Court's confidence in our community to be leaders on the bench. So I thank you, Justice Neville, for your recognition and your appointment of Judge Van Tine. Let me take a moment to recognize the Asian American Caucus of Illinois. The caucus is also proof of the Asian American community's ability to be leaders on the legislative front. Josina Morita is the chair of the Asian American Caucus and a Metropolitan Water Reclamation District Commissioner. State Senator Ram Villavalam, State Representatives Teresa Ma, Jennifer Gong Gershowitz, Denise Wang Stonebeck, and Janet Yang Rohr. Lake County Treasurer Holly Kim and Lake County Board Member Paras Parekh. Thank you all for your service. Judge Van Tine, I know that you will continue to be an asset for the judiciary, and with your position as full circuit, you will continue to push for even more representation of Asian Americans on the bench. So continue to do what you have always done, as I know you will do great things. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Judge Rena and her family. I'm going to leave it to others to talk about Judge Rena's exceptional grasp of the law, remarkable energy, and giving spirit, to recite her numerous and notable awards and achievements, and to regale you about her selflessness, wonderful sense of humor, and love of biking and running. Coincidentally, today marks an anniversary that makes our celebration more meaningful. 98 years ago this very day, February 19th, 1923, the United States Supreme Court issued a horrendous decision. Actually, one of the many blots on America's commitment to diversity, equality, and fair treatment. At the time, America limited citizenship to whites and blacks, and a social construct denied nationalization rights to Asians. In United States versus Tine, an unanimous Supreme Court revoked the naturalized citizenship of a Hindu who came to the United States to study and who served in the United States Army. The decision, while acknowledging that he was Caucasian and that according to anthropologists of the same race as white Americans, the Supreme Court nevertheless held this was an incredible sentence. The average man knows perfectly well that there are unmistakable and profound differences. Not until 1952 did Congress amend the law so a person's race or sex could not be used to deny naturalized citizenship. Not until 1965 did the United States revise upward immigration from South Asian nations. Still, it took another 36 years until 2001 for the first Indian American lawyer to serve as a judge in the United States, and for the first lawyer of South Asian heritage to serve as a judge in Illinois. Of course, that is Judge Van Tine. Like Judge Van Tine, let us tumble barriers that marginalize, exclude, or terminate. Let us follow Judge Van Tine. And like her, let us make this a better world by bringing more justice to it.
Justice Neville, Judge Van Tine, Chief Judge Evans, and friends and family. I want to exercise a little judicial prerogative. And before I start talking about our friend Judge Van Tine, I want to say a word about Kristen Van Tine. I've known her since she was a baby. yay high. And I've watched her grow up, and I'm just so thrilled to see the young woman that she has become. And she's off to law school in the fall, and the apple does not fall far from the tree. I first met Rena Van Tine when she was campaigning for judge on Devon Avenue in Chicago in 1995. The first thought that crossed my mind was, oh my, she has a lot of courage as a woman of Indian descent to run for public office. You see, it was unheard of at the time. Well, we clicked and became fast friends. My colleague, Judge Van Tine, has a distinguished career in so many ways as both a lawyer and a judge. A veteran prosecutor at 26th Street, a defense lawyer in the Daly Center, a counselor to a state constitutional officer, and then as a judge presiding in the Juvenile Protection Division for over 15 years, where she heard some of the most heart-wrenching cases you can think of. And now for the last few years in the law division, where she's been hearing jury trials, including some high exposure and high profile cases you may have read about in a newspaper. She has done all of this with great skill, proficiency, and aplomb. So what explains her achievements and reputations? For one thing, she has resolve and stick-to-itiveness. She doesn't give up. If she takes on something, she's all in. Half-hearted efforts are not part of Judge Rena Van Tine's constitution. Second, she is a thoughtful judge. She digs deep because she wants to get it right. When we practiced together, I recall going to lunch and talking about some of our cases. She would be wrestling with how to address a piece of evidence or a fine legal point, and we'd go through her list of arguments. She had such a strong camaraderie with her colleagues that we were always happy to be her sounding board. And she, in turn, returned the favor by offering her opinion on our cases. What was clear to me then was that she had thought through the issues and had not left any stone unturned. She does what a good lawyer and a good judge should do. Keep digging until you feel like you've hit bedrock and have a firm grasp of the issues, including its nuances. Third, Judge Van Tine explains her reasoning and points to supporting evidence when she makes her ruling. And that's the case whether it's a high-profile case or not, because Judge Van Tine appreciates that to the parties, their case is the most important case in the court. Fourth, she follows the law, even when it may not be the popular thing. I remember a particular case where she struggled with the result, but concluded that the law required it. And she followed the law, which is what a good trial judge must do. Fifth, she treats all parties and counsel with respect and dignity, which is so critical to maintaining the rule of law. Now, I've talked a lot about the serious work of judging, but all serious judges and all judges need an outlet. So I'm going to share something with you that I suspect some of you may have experienced. And that is that Judge Van Tine has a rip-roaring laugh. Mind you, not just a giggle, a chuckle, or a chortle, but a rip-roaring laugh. So friends, when our friend Justice Warren Wolfson speaks about the qualities that make, quote, the good judge, he describes Judge Van Tine to a T. And that also makes her a judge for our time. So congratulations, my dear friend, Judge Rena Van Tine. Your ethical and moral compass, integrity, resolve, and grace have served the county well. Yet, despite 2 decades of distinguished service as an associate judge, I am confident that the best days as a judge are ahead of you. I wish you Godspeed in this next chapter of your judicial journey.
Good afternoon. I would like for everyone to know that it's a high honor for me to preside over the investiture of Judge Rena Marie Van Tine. It is my goal, and hopefully the goal of the Illinois Supreme Court, to make our judiciary mirror the state that we live in. I have known Judge Van Tine since 1998, when she was the president of the Asian Bar Association. I also spent a lot of time working with Judge Van Tine with the Alliance of Bar Associations. She's been active, as has already been pointed out, in a number of bar associations and community organizations. She has also been a speaker on 2 occasions at my investiture, when I was sworn into the circuit court in 1999, and when I was sworn in as a justice on the Illinois Appellate Court in 2004. But the thing that I have noted most about Judge Van Tine and her major contribution to the legal community, in my opinion, has been as a public servant. Public service is defined as rendering service in the public interest. Included within that definition is government employment. Judge Van Tine, as has already been pointed out, after working for a law firm, commenced her legal career as a government employee as an assistant state's attorney, where she was employed for 12 years. For the next 2 years, Judge Van Tine was special counsel to Illinois State Comptroller Dan Hines. In 2001, Judge Van Tine became an associate judge. She served the Child Protection Division for some 17 years, and she has served in the Law Division for the last 3 years, where she is one of the leaders in the division in trying jury trials to verdict. Although Judge Van Tine will soon have enough time for her judicial pension to vest, she has made a decision to continue to serve the citizens of Cook County. The Supreme Court is pleased that Judge Van Tine has continued to serve the citizens of this state. And I want to personally thank Judge Van Tine for her 30+ years of public service. Judge Van Tine, you are, in my opinion, a public servant extraordinaire. You are also one of the stars of the Cook County judiciary. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I'm becoming a little concerned about Judge Van Tine. I asked my administrative assistant this morning if we had received the program. She told me we received it at 1 in the morning. I'm not clear on when she sleeps. She appears to always be working. Judge Van Tine, it was pleasing to hear that you believe in those words which appear over the door to the Illinois Supreme Court. Audi alterum partem. I heard Mr. Rogers say you always listen to the other side. I can say without contradiction that the Supreme Court had no difficulty elevating you to the Circuit Court of Cook County. Having finished those remarks, I would ask the Van Tine family to join us on the bench so I can administer the oath to our new Circuit Court Judge, Rena Marie Van Tine. Raise your right hand. Put your left hand. All right. Judge Van Tine, are you ready to have the oath administered?
Ready, Justice.
All right. I want you to repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Rena Marie Van Tine,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Circuit Judge
the duties of Circuit Judge
for the Cook Judicial Circuit
for the Cook Judicial Circuit
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, you've been installed as a Circuit Court Judge into the family. And now we will have some remarks from Judge Van Tine. Okay.
Thank you, Justice Neville. Thank you, everyone. I'm truly awed and humbled by the honor that the Supreme Court has bestowed upon me as well as our community. I owe a special thank you to Justice Neville for the court's indulgence, first of all, in making this day so special. And I really appreciate being able to bring cameras into the Supreme Court room. It's just amazing. The investiture ceremony is looking quite different than what we would normally do when we don't have COVID. But it is just no less special to me. Over the last 35 years, Justice Neville and I have worked together on issues in an effort to help litigants, lawyers, and judges. And I've always been totally in awe of the way he gets things done. For example, the Alliance of Bar Associations. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Justice Neville. And yes, I heard Tim Eaton talk about it. He gave us some tremendous support with the Illinois State Bar Association. But it wouldn't have happened but for Justice Neville's leadership, talent, hard work, and stick-to-itiveness. He just brought so many diverse groups who are all off doing their own thing together. So he is someone who is gifted with an ability to see a bigger picture, a better vision for the court. And he is willing to put in those long hours and work for it. So that astute vision and how we collectively achieve it drives his unrelenting efforts to ensure justice for all. equal justice for all. So now I'm someone who's had the immense good fortune of having supportive people around me throughout my personal life as well as my professional life. And I certainly didn't get here alone. I owe a great debt to my family and my friends. My mom, she's amazing. Our family supports each other, all over the world through our highs, our lows, our sad times, our bad times, our good times, our happy times like today. And there are a number of family friends who are just as close as family who have also been supportive of me throughout my life. So my mom, she's still sharp as a tack in her mid-80s, and she's very active and tuned in. Literally tuned into this investiture ceremony. And actually, I told her I can't talk, she told me I can't talk too long because she and her friends are about to do a live broadcast on TV, on her local TV station in Evanston. And I promised I wouldn't have to make her late for that, but she doesn't want to miss any part of the investiture either. So I'm trying to just pick up the pace, Mom, just bear with me. And what about our MC here? My daughter, Kristen Marie Van Tine. Sweetie, you're already light years ahead of where I was when I was your age. I'm so proud of you. When Kristen heard about this investiture ceremony, she immediately globbed onto it. She jumped in, she wanted to be part of it, and she advocated for herself to be part of it. And she is. She's a major part of it. And I've got to say that her take charge attitude is going to carry you well through law school and our profession. So Kristen is also someone who's done something I've never heard of. She got a perfect score on her LSAT last year. She took it and got a 180. I mean, who does that? I've never even heard of anybody actually doing that. But yet, she remains this loving, humble, caring, good kind of person, really kind person who my husband, my mom, and I just adore. And my husband, Matt Van Tine, he is the rock of the family. He keeps us all together. He's supportive of my new endeavors and pretty much anything that I want to do. And although as a plaintiff's class actions attorney, he's not in state court much, his entire practice is pretty much all over the country in various federal courts, he still maintains an interest in the state court, and particularly what I'm doing here on it. So thank you, honey, for always being so supportive of everything that I wanted to do. We have been married 33 years. We have a great relationship in that we can say anything to each other and respect what the other person is feeling. So thank you, Matt, for all you do for me and for our family and going above and beyond routinely each and every day. Besides my family, I have close attachments to my friends and colleagues in the profession. I read the Supreme Court's press release about me referencing this elevation to the circuit court, and it certainly is. But luckily, my chambers and assignment didn't change, and hopefully won't change, because it just doesn't get any better than working for my boss, the presiding judge of the Law Division, Judge James Flannery. So thank you, Jim, for everything that you do to make the Law Division the way it is. I love all my colleagues there, and everybody is just always so kind and knowledgeable. I also owe a great debt to the lawyers and judges who served with me in the Child Protection Division. They worked so hard in helping me to get the lives of our children and our families, to make our children's lives better. Together, we worked with thousands and thousands of abused and neglected children, and they're mostly impoverished parents. We tried to give them a chance for a better life and a better future. And while I'm no longer assigned to juvie, I love you all, I miss you. I think of you often. Applying the law in abuse and neglect cases prepared me well for the law division, because you just cannot apply the law in a vacuum. It's important to follow the rule of law, but apply it in a way that makes sense for the litigants too, especially in an area where children are concerned. I'm also grateful for the opportunities that I had to serve in both the criminal and civil division of the state's attorney's office. It's a great network of people trying cases at 26th Street, trying cases in the Daly Center. It's something that I did that opened up this opportunity that I had 20 years ago to become an associate judge. And when I began practicing 35 years ago, I was pretty shy. Actually, I'm still kind of shy, but I never really envisioned ever becoming, part of a bar association or a leader in a bar association, let alone a judge. So other than Kiki's mom, and a shout out to my high school friends who's here, I just didn't know any other lawyers at all in the United States. So I clearly had no clue on how to navigate the profession, which we all know are about doing well and relationships, reputation. I didn't know how to do that, but I was really lucky to have a lot of people within it help me along the way. And we figured out stuff together. Aurora Austriaco, Pat Holmes, how many times did we just sit down, think through things, just talk about what we were going through professionally, personally, and we did it together. Larry Rogers Jr., Tim Eaton, both brilliant attorneys also, who've watched their careers. Larry Rogers Sr. and I practiced against each other on various cases, and he was one of my strongest supporters for the AJ process. So it's just amazing to see everything come full circle, and his son is actually speaking at my investiture today. So I'm very amazed by that. I'm just amazed by everything that our bar leaders and all our speakers today juggle. They juggle their bar association activities, which they give so much to. They're all just amazingly so well qualified in their practices. They just have been doing so much, and then they also are very well known, and not in their legal community, but in the broader community as well. So I was appointed 2 weeks ago, and last week I just asked my friends to speak today. And everybody said yes. Everybody just dropped everything that they had to do. Nobody hesitated. And that really means so much to me. People had to reschedule their court calls. They rescheduled everything from long-standing doctor appointments to so many things just to be here today as part of this ceremony. And it makes it all the more meaningful. Also, every speaker here today, they've all been firsts. Every single one of them have been firsts in something or the other. And these are some of the busiest, most high-profile lawyers and judges in our court system, with the brightest minds. So, yet, they still make the time to lead, not only in the profession, but also to be a friend to me. So that really means a lot to me. And I appreciate and marvel at how much we've all grown together throughout the years and how we just got where we are today. Congressman Krishnamoorthi, Princeton undergrad, Harvard Law School, you are an inspiration to so many people, as are Senators Durbin and Duckworth. But Congressman, I feel like I've also known you since you were 5 years old. I also greatly appreciate the support group of my colleagues in the Asian American Judges Association of Illinois. Judge HANSEN kicked off that association last year around this time. And then Judge TAILOR is also a part of it as well. And SANJAY, our career paths, our life paths, they have just intertwined ever since the day that we met at that first Indo-American Democratic Organization meeting, which was over 3 decades ago at this point. So it's especially meaningful to me that we are in this new venture together. Also, thank you to my FFC team, Formula Fitness Club team. Despite my sweet tooth, you still keep me in shape, keep a healthy body, helps it easier to keep a clear mind. So you are a tremendous support system as well. Thank you to the Chinese Mutual Aid Association and nonprofit groups like that. You are true leaders in our community. You just improve the circumstances of so many people in our community and beyond. So I am so proud to be a part of all that. So in conclusion, I just want to express how happy and how grateful I am to be here. I'm looking forward to being more influential in a process that has been near and dear to my heart, the associate judge process. And I think I can help the judiciary be even better through helping select lawyers and who are going to be making outstanding judges. So I just can't wait to cast my vote on the first round of associate judge elections, as well as the chief judge elections, now and in the years to come. So most importantly, this new position opens up opportunities for growth, not only for me, but for our community as well. And I love my job. It is the best job in the world. So thank you everybody for making this great job even better. And I will work really, really hard to live up to all of your expectations. Thank you.
Before we conclude, let me say this. If you'll notice, Judge Van Tine did not spend a lot of time talking about herself, but she is running for election. She needs your help. The election is next March. Please don't let the Supreme Court down, the Circuit Court down. We need Judge Rena Van Tine on the bench. And with that, that includes this ceremony. It was a high honor for me to preside over the investiture of Judge Rena Marie Van Tine. Marshall.
The ceremony is now adjourned.
Court stands in recess.